We're ready.
Oh, you want me to do it? I got it. Yeah, no problem.
Oh, no.
Foul Mouth Football.
Bam.
Oh, yeah, baby. Foul mouth football's back. I think my headphones might be dying, though. Batteries might be going a little.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
That sucks.
Oh, good, though. We're here, baby. Foul mouth football. It's your boy Palermo hanging with my boy, the Coop, man. What's up, Coop?
Yo, what's going on, brother?
Not much, dude. Had a nice long weekend. Didn't have to fret, worry about anything because my Lions were not playing, baby. You know what I mean?
No, I don't. I had a tough weekend.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's
It's been a
all
tough
right.
3 weeks. Cloud
Yeah.
9, week 1 through 3 now. Just bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, I was never on cloud nine, so you got it. All right, no doubt. We're Foul Mouth Football, and today we are going to bring up some interesting topics about what's going on in the league right now. Some potential landing spots for a couple of players. We've already had our first coaching decision and a firing, obviously in Carolina. We'll see you later, buddy. But yeah, we're heading into week 7 here. We got some great games slated for this weekend. Without further ado, first topic, what do we got, Coop? What are we talking about?
Got a little bit where's OBJ going? Where's he going to land? Where are we thinking?
Couple of potential landing spots for the OB Jizzle.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What are your thoughts on OBJ? Is he past his prime, of course? Is he worth a damn? Or, is he just kind of a person that you want on your team to maybe take some heat off of some other receivers? What do you think?
I think what you said last. I think you want him on your team because of the name and to take some heat off of your other receivers. I think he can be productive, but I think he's I don't know, man. I'd like to see him that injury. I'd like to see him play now after the injury, the recovery and everything like that. He's put on some muscle. He's been lifting heavy, getting bigger, but it's different when you play in the game when you haven't played in, the speed of the game and everything. So I think he's exactly. So it's been a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, man. What about you? What are you thinking?
I think he's got a little bit left in this tank. I don't know, man. He's had a pretty bad ankle injury last year now with what was a torn ACL.
Yeah.
They say it's easy to come back from nowadays with the way that they actually treat it now. But honestly, man, he's only getting older at this point. I feel like he was in a very good position when he went to LA just because he wasn't the number 1 receiver there. So it took a lot of pressure off of him.
I agree.
He just got like red zone looks though, man. He got a lot of touchdowns. Yes. But he was running like 20-yard routes. That's about it. You know what I mean? He wasn't like, you weren't passing it to him in the flats and him taking it 80 yards up the field.
Not old OBJ, not OBJ Giants. No,
exactly. So he's going to be kind of like a system type receiver, and he has to understand, which I think he's finally coming to terms with, that he's not going to be the number 1 receiver anywhere he goes nowadays.
No.
Potential landing spots for him. This is kind of interesting. If somebody does take a chance on him, I think a really good spot for him to go would be someone like Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
With him, he's going to a contender. He's not going to go to Denver, right? I don't think he's going to go to Denver. That team is in shambles, and I don't even want to talk about them, but he's going to somewhere who's going to be either getting to the NFC, AFC championship or Super Bowl, right? He's looking for another ring. That's all he's doing. So he's shopping around. People are shopping him. I think Buffalo would be a decent fit for him just because he's got connections there. But Buffalo's really got a nice, 1-2 punch with Gabe Davis and Diggs there. So I don't know. What do
Do
you
they
think?
need him? Do they need him at this point?
Exactly. I mean, is he just going to be like a show pony?
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe sign him for the bare minimum. Bring him on. Maybe he gets a couple of healthy reps here and there throughout the year. But I don't think he's coming in and changing, the dynamic of any team. To be
No,
honest,
I don't think so either. Who's the number 3 receiver in Buffalo though? Anybody, that is it McKenzie? He's injured, but so it's hard. They got Crowder, but there's nobody. If he comes in, I think that's a solid number 3, and that makes that trio pretty scary. So,
absolutely. No, I most certainly think so. And plus, you're playing with the best quarterback in the league, right? I mean,
right.
He's going to find you open anywhere he can. So I think that's going to be a great landing spot. What do you think for another spot potentially?
I think Vikings. I think there's a lot of talk right now that he might actually sign there. You were telling me about a rumor you heard that he actually did sign. So
I thought he did.
It's pretty real right now. Mm-hmm. So I like the Vikings. I don't like them, but I like the signing of Odell Beckham. They're 5-1 right now. He thinks they're a contender, and it'll take some pressure off Jefferson. And I don't think he's going to be, like you said, that big threat there. But like you said, he's a name, and he'll be a help there for sure. He definitely won't hurt them. He'll be a help for sure.
I think their trio of receivers right now are if it's not broken, don't fix it for him, though. You know what I mean? I mean, Justin Jefferson, he's had some down weeks, but everybody's human. People have bad games. Sometimes, the defense schemes against you and somebody else is open. You know what I mean? So, I mean, between KJ Osborne and Adam Thielen, I mean, Thielen's still got enough in the tank for maybe a season or two.
For sure.
But, adding OBJ might help, spell a couple of players that don't have too many more years left in them. So I don't know. I think that might be ranked number 3 on my list of potential spots for him to go.
Who you got number 2?
The Chiefs. I like the Chiefs, man. I mean, again, another contender. We're only talking about contenders here for him.
Sure.
I mean, I think you want to go somewhere where you feel the most value and that you feel like you can be in a good position to win. Of course, Kansas City is always going to be in a position to win when you have Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. With that said, their wide receiver bunch is kind of a cast of characters. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah,
I mean, it's kind of a strange receiver room. You know what I mean?
It is weird. Without Tyreek Hill, they have no, I don't know. It's weird.
No solidified number 1. I mean, Juju looked good last game. I'll give him that, but that was his first real game this year so far. MVS isn't really looking all that great. I don't know.
Just Kelsey. I mean, down the tight end side. That's it.
That's it. And he just gets touchdowns. He doesn't even get yards, bro. He gets touchdowns. So I don't know. I like him. I like him going to either Buffalo or Kansas City.
I do like the KC because I feel like you're right. They're pretty weak.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really have that, like you said, no solid number 1. So it's hard to really. I mean, I see him going to KC over Buffalo because they're both contenders, but I think KC needs him more. So if he's going to get paid more, I think KC would be willing to pay him a little more. Absolutely. Where Buffalo would be all set even if he doesn't go there.
Yeah, most certainly. Absolutely. I agree with you there. Surprise landing spot for him. I think he might go back to he has a possibility to go back to the Giants, man. Dable, they don't really
talking about that.
I'm just saying surprise here. They don't really have a great wide receiver crew over there, man.
I would like that.
Wan'Dale Robinson, is that his name? The kid who's he's going to be the new number 1 there possibly. Yeah. I don't know, man. Richie James didn't cut it. Kenny Galladay sucks. Let's be honest. Kadarius Toney, he's nowhere to be found. He's hurt. So I don't know, man. They're hurting for receivers, but they're still putting up numbers and W's. So who knows? You know what I mean? Maybe the prodigal son returns.
I'd like that. I like that one.
That would be pretty cool.
That'd be nice.
Absolutely.
The only one I would think a surprise one would be the Packers. I think they need some help in that receiver room, and I think he'd be a good veteran to bring in. I know him and Aaron Rodgers have a good relationship and stuff. They talk outside of football, and I think that would be a good land. So I like to see them together. I don't know if he'd be good enough to make a run. Right. I don't know if they're Super Bowl worthy right now, but be a good. He wants to go to a team with a good quarterback, basically. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're always contenders no matter what. If you have Aaron Rodgers under center, you're always going to be in contention.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really see his gameplay slowing. I mean, he's not what he once was, of course, but I mean, he won the MVP last year, so let's be honest. He's still going to be him. He's going to do things. Okay. Exactly. So, Those are our potential landing spots for OBJ. What do you guys think about where OBJ is going to land? I mean, we only have a few hours, or what? When's the trade deadline? Isn't it coming up soon here?
November 2nd, I want to say.
November 2nd. So
Third,
it's coming up in
like
the
that.
next. Yeah, it's coming up in the next few weeks here. So, I'm sure within the next few hours, though, we'll figure out where OBJ is going to be going. But let us know in the comment section below where you guys think OBJ is going to be going. We'd like to know what you guys have to say.